If you've had a bad experience with an electric cooktop, please don't let that stop you from looking into induction, because they are not the same at all, and this video is going to show you why. So this video is great for you if you're looking into an induction hob and you want to know all the different options on what is on the market and what would suit you and your kitchen best. When my clients come to see me, what they want is a low maintenance kitchen, something that looks good, easy to clean, and those are the main ones, and obviously storage. So with an induction cooktop, you get a low maintenance cooktop, you get something that's easy to clean, and you actually get a lot of functionality within that small unit because it has so many built-in features that I think a lot of people don't even know about. So why is it easy to clean? Well, it is one flat piece of glass, which just means one quick wipe or few quick wipes, as opposed to like if you had a gas hob, then you have those chunky cast iron pan stands which are the worst to clean. And also if it's just one piece of glass, you can just wipe it down quickly. But one of the main things that stops you from cleaning your hob straight away is that it's too hot right after you've finished cooking. But the great thing about induction hobs is actually that the heat that's left on the hob after you've cooked is just the residual heat from the pot. It's not actually the glass itself that's heating up, so it actually cools down a lot faster than an electric hob or a gas hob. So if you like to cook and then clean up straight away, this is a great option for you, because if you just wait about 5 minutes, the hob should have cooled down enough for you to just give it a wipe and then you're done with the cleaning. If safety is a big feature for you, so say you may have young children, or you may be a little bit forgetful, or maybe your partner is the forgetful one, and sometimes you may forget to turn the hob off, or you may need to walk away from the hob occasionally while you have children running around. The great thing about induction hobs is that they don't actually conduct heat through skin. So if you left your induction hob on full power but without any pan on top, somebody was to put their hand on there, it would be cool to the touch. So you don't have to worry about burning. And then with a number of induction hobs, they also have smart home connectivity, which is something I've spoken about in my previous video, so you can watch that one if you're interested. But you can also just ask Alexa to turn your hob off if you're the kind of person that maybe is unsure whether you left it on or off. So that's a great feature as well. So in general, induction hobs, safety-wise, are great for all households. So something that I think really can ruin the look of your kitchen when you have a hob on your kitchen island, and I say this because I design many kitchens with hobs on kitchen islands. It's a very popular place to put your hob, especially if you cook for long periods of time. So if you cook stews, you're slow cooking something in a pot, then you're usually standing at your hob for prolonged periods of time, and you want to be able to keep an eye on what else is going on in the rest of the room, or keep an eye on your kids while they're running around. So having your hob on your kitchen island is very common, but then you have to think about the extraction. So you either have to have a ceiling extractor or an island extractor that kind of hangs down from the ceiling. And those are probably the most ugly extractors you can get, just because it creates kind of like an eyesore in the room. There are some that you can get that look like lighting, so that's a little bit different. But if you were to go with a chimney one that's coming down from the ceiling, it really does kind of ruin the look of your kitchen. So something that is great about induction hobs is that you can also get vented induction hobs. So that is where the extractor is built into the cooktop. So you don't have anything coming down from the ceiling, and the extractor is built into the cooktop. And there's lots of great options on the market. Personally, I love the Bora, Siemens, Neff. They have great options. Elica also have a number of really great options as well. When I design kitchens, I like to design with a more minimalistic style. So I like cleaner lines, less clutter, usually kind of hiding most of your appliances. and the vented induction hobs are a great option for that, because it then means you don't have to have a big chimney extractor coming down from the ceiling. When you have your hob on the island, the other option is to have a ceiling extractor, but this does require more planning, and if you want a more powerful ceiling extractor that's fit flush with your ceiling, most of my clients don't have the right ceiling void to house the motor to have their extractor fit flush, which then means you have to build a bulkhead. Again, not the best option when you're wanting a very sleek, minimal kitchen. So usually I always like to think less is more when I'm designing. So can I combine some of my appliances if they can do more than one thing? Can I find a way to hide them? Is there somewhere we can tweak the look of the kitchen so when you walk into the room, your eye isn't drawn straight to an appliance that you don't actually want your guests to be seeing, or you don't want to be seeing yourself every day when you walk into your kitchen? These are things that I always look at when designing your kitchen. I don't think there is a more versatile type of kitchen cooktop than an induction cooktop, just because there's so many options that you can have within an induction cooktop. For example, so you can have a cooktop with 2 rings, 3, 4, 5, 6 rings even. So depending on the size of your kitchen, if you have a very small kitchenette, say it's a studio flat, maybe you only need 2 rings, whereas say you have a large kitchen, this is for a family home, maybe you would like a big induction hob that has 6 rings, so you can have 6 pots on the go all at once. Some other options are having a flex option, having a full surface hob, a vented hob, which I just mentioned in my previous point, an induction range. So if you like the look of a range cooker but you still want an induction hob, that's still possible. You can get a panoramic induction hob, so if you have a narrower worktop space, this is also great. You can have an induction wok, and you can even get, which I've only discovered recently, a stainless steel induction hob. So I haven't actually installed any stainless steel induction hobs myself because they are quite new. I didn't actually even know that they existed, to be honest, when I started researching a little bit more for this video. But I think the fact that it's an option just shows how versatile induction hobs are. So I'll quickly also talk about the flex option, because that is something that is very important within induction hobs. So it just means basically combining 2 cooking zones. So usually if you have 2 rings, they can be combined into 1, which means you have even cooking, the same temperature across that whole section. So if you have a big griddle pan, or if you have a very large pot, then this is a great option, because usually if you have just a small ring, it may not be big enough if you do big pot cooking. So if you're cooking for your family or you're meal prepping, it's really great to just use 1 big pot and get everything done in one. And yeah, so I think the flex option is really handy for a lot of different types of cooking. The full surface induction hob is the higher end of induction hobs. So it basically means you can place your pot anywhere on the hob and it will detect where your pot is and turn on. So full surface induction hobs are definitely at the top end of induction hobs. So if you wanted something that you're not going to see in many people's homes and something that's just a little bit more luxury, then definitely have a look into a full surface induction hob. So if you cook for efficiency and you want to be in and out of the kitchen as fast as possible when you're making dinner or lunch or breakfast, then induction hobs have a lot of built-in features that can actually make it a lot faster for you to cook and a lot more efficient as well. For example, if you're like me and you always forget to turn your extractor on, then if you were to buy an extractor and hob from the same company, sometimes they can talk to each other and you can actually control your extractor from the hob, which makes it a lot more easy to remember to actually turn your extractor on. If you have a vented hob, then they can automatically turn on as soon as it detects that there's vapor and steam in the air or that you've turned on one of the rings, then the extractor will automatically turn on if you just leave it on the automatic setting, which is usually what I do, and it just really makes a difference because it's just one less thing to think about when you're cooking. The next thing that I love about induction hobs is that they have built-in timers should you need it. So say you're boiling your pasta and you need to boil the pasta for 9 minutes, you can obviously pour the pasta into the pot and set the timer straight away, and once the timer goes off, you know pasta's done. So you don't have to set a timer on your phone or with Alexa or anything. You can just set it straight on the hob and job done. So if you want to be as fast as you can with your cooking and you need to heat up a pot of boiling water, for example, because that is something that you do regularly when you're cooking, then if you were to compare an induction and a gas, an induction cooktop will actually boil your pot of water faster than the gas hob. This one always shocks a lot of my clients, but it's something to note that induction hobs are very efficient, they're very powerful. Obviously it depends on the type of induction cooktop that you purchase, but they are amazing. And if you're worried about them not heating up your food fast enough or cooking your food fast enough, then definitely don't worry about that one with an induction hob. So my next point about why induction hobs are great, well, still within this efficiency bubble, is it's not actually on all cooktops, but the ones that it is on are amazing, and that is a frying sensor. So this helps you multitask within the kitchen because it keeps your pan at a consistent heat to stop your food from burning. So say if you are frying an egg and you also need to make some toast, you can fry your egg in the pan and leave it on the frying sensor, and you don't have to worry about your egg burning, and then you can go and see to your toast and make sure that they're both done at the same time and nothing is burnt. Multitasking has just become a whole lot easier in the kitchen because I know when I'm cooking, I'm doing maybe like 3 or 4 things all at once just to get in and out as fast as I can, because usually I'm hungry or I need to be somewhere. So the points I've mentioned today are just a few reasons why you should really have a look into an induction hob if you weren't considering it already. And if you were considering it already, I hope this video has helped you out. And I would really love to know which of the points that I've mentioned in this video would change your cooking experience the most. Please let me know in the comments because I genuinely really want to know. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, and I'll see you in the next one.